fact to save time.
Sounds good.
And there you go.
Yay. What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though? I like that because you girls are two educated Black women from the city of Detroit. So that means y'all got guts and brains.
Nice. All right. Well, let us introduce ourselves.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
What up, though?
What up, everybody? Hey, thanks for listening. I am Chrissy Mack.
And I'm Barkley. Thanks for joining in with us tonight. We have a lot to bring to the table.
Yep. So both of us together, we are
Kloset Konversationz.
I got on one of our new boys.
Oh,
shout out to Tiffany Wiggins.
That pink is popping. Love it. Super cute.
Thank you. All right, cool. So I'll let you do the honors, Barkley.
All right. So tonight we have a special guest. He goes by the name of Don. Don, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Don Adams. I'm an entrepreneur, businessman, originally from Detroit, grew up on the east side, done real estate in multiple cities, been in the entertainment business, done record deals, done TV deals, been an agent, and have my own agency in California for 6 years as a booking agent. Now I'm in California. I'm doing real estate investments. I've been doing that for about 18 years now, but originally from Detroit.
East
side, one of the originals.
OG baby.
Yes.
Hey, West Side right here, baby.
I'm down for I'm down with the West Side. I'm international.
I don't even know how to throw up the East Side. I always forget, so I just say West Side.
I'll go to the East Side as long as y'all go with me.
East Side, baby, East Side.
You can't spell the West without the E and the S.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
That's true. Oh, we also have another guest. We have Mr. T. Harvey, Terry Harvey, T. Harvey Construction. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm just a hard-working guy, Michigan State grad.
Whoop, go green, go white.
Michigan State.
Oh yeah. I just actually got home from work. Had to work late tonight.
Every day I'm hustling.
It's been a long time, Terry. Thanks for joining us again. Being on the show, kicking it with us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah. Terry, this is Don. Don, this is Terry.
How you
What's
doing,
going on, Don?
You all right, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
What high school did you go to, man?
I went to Denby.
I remember you, man.
Oh, okay. You went to Denby too?
Yeah, I went to Denby, man.
Oh, okay.
I went to Denby. Hey, you played football, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you at Denby, man. For real, man.
Oh,
well. Yeah.
Denby.
I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you still living. I'm glad you look good. I'm glad that you're doing something positive. So, you know where we come from, how we came up. A lot of guys ain't make it this far, man. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Right. They ain't even make it halfway to where we at.
Absolutely. So, man, it's good to see a fellow, Tarp, man,
Yeah. Yep. Same here, man.
Absolutely. So, y'all got something in common. Go, Denby.
Right.
Hey.
All right.
I don't even know what they the Denby Doughboys. What they called?
I ain't no Doughboy. It's a tar.
A tar?
Version. Don't be
Denby Tars, yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of good boys that came out of Denby. I mean, you can learn everything, man.
Right.
That's cool. It's just a learning experience. Like, you can go in there and learn everything.
Right.
I don't know. I went to Cass, CT
Hey,
Dog.
you go to Demi or State Square, you come out that mug, you know how to do everything. You be like, dang.
Right. You was right in the hood too. Right
For
on
real.
the east side.
For real. Demi was a cold school though. It was fun though.
Oh yeah. Who went to Cass? Berkeley, you went to Cass?
Of course, green and white. I had to keep it.
Yes.
Were you in the old building or the new building?
I was in the old building.
Old building.
Oh, with no air
Remember,
conditioner.
she grew up too now. You know, she's not little Berkeley no more.
Right.
Forget you. Grown B. So my dad, Jesse Banks, should be popping in any second. But we're gonna get started because we're kind of limited on time. So we have a good 45 minutes. I'm sure Dave will chime in because tonight's topic is real. It's a state of emergency. It's put it all on the freaking floor. Like what we about to do, what is going on. That debate the other day. Give me 3 words to describe the debate the other day.
What the hell?
What the hell? That's 3.
Right. What a joke.
What a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a mockery out of presidential debates. Like,
yeah. It's not they. It's not they. It's he. He made a mockery. Yeah, he made a mockery. But he's gonna do more than that before it's all over. So
right.
I don't know what people, this only the beginning.
Somebody on Big Papa on IG story said we all lost.
Oh yeah.
Mine is that was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly.
Don, do you have any different feelings? Do you feel that it went well or?
Oh no, it was bizarre as hell to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. At least we're all on the same page. All right.
Right.
I ain't seen nothing like it.
It was like it's a joke. Like obviously no one has a press secretary or somebody that goes over what the heck you're supposed to say. The commentator or mediator, what's his term? What's his word? What is he called? The who?
Commentator or mediator, either one.
Mediator.
Yeah, he's like a mediator.
The mediator of the show. Like he wasn't able to, actually it's called a moderator.
Moderator, there we go. I knew I had it wrong.
Yeah, Chris Wallace.
Chris Wallace
was a moderator, and I mean, he just pretty much Trump bullied him.
Yeah.
He talked all over Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And and Chris Wallace, and he just wasn't even considerate of the 2-minute time frame. Everybody had 2 minutes to respond. He was talking all over Biden. It was pretty bad. It's a
horrible.
I agree because
embarrassing.
See that nobody can't tell him, what to do. He ain't listening to nobody.
Show.
Right. That show right there, you ain't gonna listen to nobody. Period.
Mm-hmm. It was 6 topics that they were supposed to bring up. 6 topics they were supposed to discuss: education, environmental issues, gun control, healthcare, immigration and border security. I don't even remember them necessarily talking about that too much, and technology. So those were supposed to be the 6 topics that they talked about, but it was so much tomfoolery throughout the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
I would say it was 1.5.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, when he started talking about my man kids, I thought that was like
the lowest.
Yeah, he's ignorant as hell.
Yeah, I would have probably stepped from behind the podium at that point. Like, I ain't got a mask on now, and I don't have gloves on now, so leave my kids out of it. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So that should have raised a lot of concern. I know it did for me, and it seems like it did for you all as well. To we have to push our right to vote, go out and vote, encourage others to vote, because we've already seen his movie. You know what I'm saying? We're going into the sequel, possibly. like Van Jones had mentioned, like he never condemned the white supremacists. I wasn't even aware of what he was talking about when he said I was about to call them the backyard boys, Lord, Backstreet Boys. What did he say? The Proud Boys.
The Proud Boys.
I kept saying the backyard boys. Who trying to do what? The Proud Boys.
Let it be known that Donald Trump does not condone the Backstreet Boys. Let it be known.
The Proud Boys.
The Proud Boys. I had to go Google search this, like, oh, so like a militia group, you're telling basically the KKK.
Yeah.
What do you say? Stand by and get ready or something crazy.
Stand down and stand by.
Oh,
were his exact words. Yes.
Stand by.
In the hood, that's called get ready.
Get ready.
On the east side.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get ready.
Yeah.
Stand by so we can. Stand by so we can tear some shit up.
We ready.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
If for the black people, it said get your guns ready.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
But apparently, the Proud Boys, they don't like any race or anyone that's don't have the same type of value system that they have, correct?
Do you have to be white?
I think they would portray their own race if they were not with the same type of values or standards that that the organization stands on, right?
All right, let's be absolutely clear here. The Proud Boys are pretty much that there's a dating website called Farmers Only. So it's called farmersonly.com. Like that's a real thing. And I'm convinced that their tagline should be, we can't say white people only.
Right.
But you know what we mean.
But I say no wrong with that. They want to.
I mean, because they trying to make it seem like they hate all races.
Right.
I mean, if they want to have a farmer website, that's cool. They have a dating site. They got black dating sites that target black people. But
yeah, it's tough. I mean, I
don't too much know about the Proud Boys. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know what to get prepared for.
So they're the ones who have been doing a lot of showing up at the Black Lives Matter rallies as the counter protest group. They're the ones who showed up in Portland. They're the ones who, in recent news, I think this was like 3 or 4 days ago, started filling up basically a giant ass John Madden sized RV as a portable go vehicle with every gun and ammo on the planet. Which it would be a darn shame if someone started shooting bottle rockets at that, because there's always propane tanks on an RV. Just saying. So
don't do that. Thank you, Dave. Okay.
Hey, they sound weak as hell to me.
I mean, it's a lot of the. I mean, if you remember the guys that showed up in Lansing, the ones that I lovingly refer to as the Branch Covidians,
right?
Or Meal Team 6. It's a lot of guys in camo that they bought at Walmart.
It's different when them bullets really shooting at you in real life.
Yeah. I mean, according to what I see,
black guys, they experience some warfare. These black guys, they experience some warfare. They used to really being in real life shootouts and shoot some bullets. It's different. Like, you could be like, okay, I'm a suburban white dude. I went to the gun range, but getting into a real gunfight is totally different.
It's a whole different world.
It's totally coming at you. It's in the gun range.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Chris?
No, I'm just saying that the Proud Boys, they were founded in 2016 in New York, and they're pretty much like, of course, as we know, an extremist group. Mm-hmm. And they're pretty much described as Western chauvinists who adamantly deny any connection to the races and insulting. They are simply a fraternal group spreading an anti-political correctness and anti-white guilt agenda. So
sounds like KKK to me.
Yeah.
Without the garb.
That sounds like a difference without it. That sounds like a distinction without a difference. I'm just saying.
Right.
But then Trump said he's gonna make the KKK a terrorist group.
He said he was going to, but he never did.
Yeah, I thought they said something about Trump said he's gonna make the KKK a terrorist group.
Yeah, he said he was going to. Trump said a lot of things. Doesn't mean it actually happened.
He said a lot of things, a lot of lies.
Did he say something about June 19th? He's gonna make it to a federal holiday.
Oh yeah, Juneteenth was going to be a federal. Yeah, no, that hasn't happened. Right?
No. Will it happen? No, it won't happen.
No, there was a bigger, better healthcare plan that was going to come in. No, that hasn't happened. No.
Foolishness.
Making America great again. No, still hasn't happened. No.
One of my IG friends said that a lot of those boys in the Proud Boys are very well trained in military experience and very well funded.
Oh
Yeah, there's a lot of rich suburban white guys behind a lot of those militias. Like that's not in dispute at all.
Yeah,
right.
So we got to come hard, super hard.
We got to start
honestly,
going to the gun range.
That was the scariest part. That was the scariest part about the debate to me. The scariest thing about the entire debate to me was you literally had the sitting president of the United States essentially saying, if I don't win, I want Civil War II Electric Boogaloo to break out. Like that's literally what, I mean, that's basically what he said.
Well,
I heard he said if he loses, he's not leaving the White House.
We dealing with the Al Capone. We dealing with the Al Capone of America. He the biggest gangster in American history. He bigger than Luciano. He bigger than any gangster. That's Al Capone in the White House, man.
That's you know what, I'm gonna correct you on that one just because that's an insult to gangsters. He's a hell of a con man.
Right, he's a con man. That's what he is.
But he's Donald Trump. Donald Trump's about as gangster as I am. I'm just saying. Like let's.
Oh no, he could be the most gangsters one on here, man. I don't know. Shit.
He's not from that part of New York. That's no.
I don't know, man. He got a lot of power, man. When you're in the White House, hey, you can be a square. You never bust a grape.
Those like, and this is the thought that dawned on me.
You control that army, buddy. Because you know what I'm saying. That's the whole thing about it. You don't need the Congress to control the army. That's just like this. Say after the election, right? Say if he say he don't want to leave the White House.
That's what he said. He don't want to leave it.
Okay, so look, this is a theory though. I'm not saying this can happen. It's just a theory. So say okay, the election is what, November the 3rd?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. When do they get out? When do they hand over power? When is the inauguration day?
Not till January.
Right.
Okay. Within that time frame, even if he lose the election, he still control the military until he get inaugurated out of there. So he could be like, okay, well, I ain't leaving right now. I control the military until January.
I see where you're going with that, but so here's the saving grace on that.
I'm not saying that can happen, but it's a theory.
But the saving grace on that one is you've had basically everyone in any position of authority within the military command structure, from the Joint Chiefs of Staff on down, that have condemned anytime he's invoked the military whatsoever and said, we're not doing it. Like there was that whole situation between the White House and the church that he was going to, where just one of the 5-star generals from the Joint Chiefs was walking with him. And apparently he asked the general to bring the military into it and was flat out refused. He's like, because here's the thing, like little known reality, based on some of the things that have happened over the course of over the course of history, it is federally illegal. You cannot deploy the U.S. military on U.S. soil against U.S. citizens. You can't do it. Like it's, I mean, now, granted, laws are made to be broken, but you can't. It's not within his scope of power to do that.
I'm going to check into that. But at the same time, the greatest countries are always destroyed within.
Oh, we're absolutely either 45 minutes into idiocracy or somewhere in the middle of like the fall of the Roman Empire. Like we absolutely are at this point. It's truly not even funny anymore how ridiculous this country has gotten. we literally are probably on the verge of another civil war if things go even this much more sideways.
I don't think.
Wow.
Yep. I
That's
agree.
cool.
I
think
keep
it's
saying
about-
I just don't want to be a slave again.
Nah, you know, but don't think like that. That's not true. You know what I'm saying?
I hope not.
A lot of stuff is polarized, man. You ain't. I mean, a civil war because you just got pockets of peoples and small groups and stuff like that. It's like the overall country ain't even thinking like that in that type of. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking about a white supremacist group, that's a group, and we talking about America. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to be that where we be
Okay,
like.
but let's
civil.
just keep in mind, and not to be
I don't
all
think
full of hyperbole or anything like that. The active Nazi Party was 7% of the German population.
Mm.
I don't know. We got to see what's gonna happen at the election day. Then that's the whole thing. We'll see if anything manifests from there. Until then, we have to.
We ain't gonna be no slaves. I'm gonna be a fighting ass. I'm too goddamn fine. I didn't come too far to be a slave. I'm gonna be fighting and scratching and biting, and shooting and killing and everything. So hide your kids, hide your wife. They come up on me, they gonna die tonight.
As long as you know who you are, long as you know who you are, you'll never be a slave. You'll always be a queen.
Right.
So long as you know who you are, you will never be a slave.
That part.
If you don't know who you are, you could be tricked into being a slave.
Right. And I ain't doing none of this.
Amen.
The mind. So do we have someone on my live ask, but do you really have confidence in Biden? Biden was kind of all over the place. I'm sure that Trump was a part of that because if somebody is yelling at me and throwing me off topic.
Oh, you can tell that was his whole strategy.
Absolutely.
Right, he was
I
frustrated.
would lose my train of thought as well.
He was frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't trust the Democrats.
Oh.
And why is that?
Because it's like what they've been doing for us for the last 30 years. I'm 46 years old, you know, but at the same time, I mean, they bad for business, they bad for black people, you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because like Biden, he spearheaded the crime bill, okay? Mm-hmm. Kamala Harris, she's just like the black dude that's in Kentucky, the attorney general right now on the Taylor case. She was like that in California. She was getting bad cops off. She locked people up for marijuana. She was the worst. Now, all of a sudden, she's Jenny on the block. She have a white husband she's married to. So at the end of the day, she go home to her white husband. You know what I'm saying? It's not she's Jenny on the block. So a lot of my friends that's in the music business, they far left. They call me. They like, we don't like her. That's why she only won 3% of the debate. I mean, of the Democratic presidential. Now she only got 3% because a lot of black dudes, you know, that know her history, like nah.
So I guess let me play counterpoint there for you. So everyone keeps bringing up the crime bill with Biden. And so that was 1994.
Yeah, I went to prison in 98 too.
So okay, but we're talking about
I went to prison 98 too.
So but we're talking about 20 so we're talking about 26 years ago. Do you not believe that a person's opinions, ideas, and ideals can evolve over the course of 26 years?
Right.
Of course it can for political.
I said something yesterday that I probably changed my mind about today.
Okay.
Yeah, but for popularity, of course you could be in the White House. You'd be like, okay, I changed my mind all of a sudden. I care about black people.
So you think she's lying?
Like
no, we're talking about Biden right now.
We're talking about Biden, 94, yeah. Biden called black people super predators, man.
Oh, God.
We trust Biden. Like, come on, he's not the hero. He's not Obama.
He's not, but do you think...
But he ain't Trump.
But do you think Obama would have picked him if that was still his mindset?
Yeah, of course he picked him because he was a scrappy guy from Delaware, the white boy. He played the part because he can get the conservatives.
Oh, dude,
so there were conservative Democrats at that time.
There were plenty of white boys lined up for that job.
Right.
Biden was a good choice at that pick. Stuff is political, people. It's just like Biden picked Kamala because he wanted because the Democrats wanted a black girl to be there, but he picked the wrong black girl. You understand what I'm saying? He should have picked a more black. He should have got Keisha Bottoms in Atlanta because she ain't got the background for locking black dudes up. All right, so we can't forget the
I would have
struggle
said Governor Whitmore
over this prison system thing, and white people be like, okay, that happened, this and that, because their families weren't affected. Now you got brothers coming home out of prison, so I'm like, come on, that drug game stuff was all BS, non-violent offenders. It was 100-1 on the crack law. So if you got caught with 10 grams, that's equivalent to 1 kilo of crack.
Mhm.
If you got caught with 2 ounce, that's equivalent to 2.5 kilos. White boy had powder, black boys in the ghetto had crack, and it was infested.
Okay, but so can you hold Biden and Kamala Harris wholly responsible for that? I mean, an entire judiciary system, an entire legislature and Senate has to pass those laws and pass those rules.
Of course not. But it's about the leaders and who speak out, and it's the people that spearhead certain things. It's just like with the crime bill. With the crime bill, you had Democrats that other Democrats was involved, but at the same time, Biden, he was one of the main ones that spearheaded that.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? And Kamala, what she did in California, you know that, buddy. Who I'm speaking to now, you know what? You're a smart guy. You know what Kamala did out in California. You know her background.
I absolutely do. And so, but the caveat that I'll throw on that is that in her role as Attorney General, she enforced the laws as they existed that she had to follow and that she had to adhere to.
Absolutely.
I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying that's, when you're in a box, you might not agree with the box, but that's the box you have to play in. And this, so the other counterpoint that I'm going to throw at you is this is where it's completely different from what just came out with the Breonna case, because like that's a whole different shit show. Like that's a whole thing where basically the attorney general down there lied during press conferences about what he did and did not tell the grand jury and what he did and did not give them options to. Like he tried to play the grand jury only came back with this, wanton endangerment charge. Well, that's the only charge you gave them. You didn't give them the option to charge anybody else with anything else.
I mean, she had a job to do, and I respect that. But at the same time, as a prosecutor, you can prosecute or you can prosecute to the fullest.
Right.
He chose to prosecute to the fullest. So when you go to prosecute to the fullest, that's cause to play for some overzealous. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so to your point, everything is politics.
Prosecution.
But to your point, everything is politics. So if she wants to keep her job, doesn't she have to have that conviction rate? Doesn't she have to be tough on crime? Doesn't she have to be that person?
I respect all law enforcement, but hey, she's not my cup of tea, and I don't like the way she did it, and it was just a little bit too far. I mean, like, and I don't like a lot of the bills that a lot of people that spearhead and just that was the main evil forces of it, and like we tried to get them. And she wasn't like, okay, we're gonna be light. Let's put some programs to these brothers and first time offenders. She wasn't light like that.
So I guess let me throw this at you. So are they worse than a Donald Trump who, say you want to talk about history, in 1989 takes out a full page ad in the New York Post calling for the execution of the Central Park Five?
Man, Donald Trump's some shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
So, but are they worse than that? Are they?
I mean, they all the same. They all kind of like working in two different evils. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got one that tell you flat out what they're about in their face, and you got one that talk behind your back and do it like that. So it's
okay, but like at the end of the day, though, you have to choose. If you don't choose, your voice is not heard, and you really can't talk shit about nothing. Right. You can't say nothing about neither party.
Right. That's right.
You have to make a decision.
I think if you do make a decision, right. I think Martin Luther King and I think that Rosa Parks, they had to sit on the back of the bus and everything like that for us to vote. You know what I mean? But I think that they gave us a right to vote for whoever we want to vote for. And the thing is, in the Black community, if people vote for whatever not popular, they Martin Luther King ain't raised their vote on that. They ain't raised their fight. They ain't raised their lives for that. So it's the freedom of whoever you want to choose. It's not about if you vote, you got to just go Democrat. Now, I'm not saying I'm a Donald Trump fan. I'm going for Donald Trump or anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying we as a people, we got to understand that we got to make our vote worth something. Because if a certain group of people just know they got a black vote, then we lose our power. Then we don't get our demands. So we got to start demanding things. And number one, we got to demand economic things because it takes finance to uplift a nation. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we need to do. And like I feel what Ice Cube was saying, like what Ice Cube was saying. Ice Cube was like, hey, we got to make them, appreciate our vote. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just give our vote to them because they did something. We can't do that. We gotta go with what makes sense for us.
Yeah, what's that?
That way we can get some things. We can get education in our inner city schools. And we can get old prisons and new schools instead of old schools and new prisons.
The way they're doing this education online in the Zoom now is doomed to where our kids are going, because the other day I was working out in the Diggs homes, and these kids were outside playing like it wasn't even no school. So I'm like, we got to get it together. But that goes back to the point that what are we putting into our community? Are we getting a lot of our families, a lot of our people don't have internet, they don't have tablets, they don't have Wi-Fi. So how are our kids going to learn?
Yeah,
they don't have educated parents,
and that's the shame,
right?
To help with that homework.
Yeah, that's the shame. If no kid in the United States of America ain't got access to internet, that's the shame, because everybody got a cell phone.
Right.
Well, and so that's actually, so there was just a meeting today that I was involved with.
I don't think it's that bad down in the ghetto. I've been down there a lot. It ain't that bad.
No, with a group for the city in Detroit, and they said, the funniest thing is, well, actually, it's not funny, haha. It's more, hey, the smoke smells funny. Is Detroit has of any major city, Detroit has the highest percentage of disconnected people per capita from the internet. Wow. It's up over, I believe I want to say they're 30 or 35%, if I recall correctly.
I know Big Dog, he was just right, but what he was saying with the kids on the Zoom thing, though, he right about that.
Yeah, but where's it gonna lead to? You know what I mean? You do this for a year or two. I mean, we just lost probably two generations.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
Them kids are not going. You go back into the school system, them kids are not going to go back to school.
Right.
I mean, and that's why right now I'm like, Trump, man, he can't get it together. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't even want to be president.
Right.
Because what are you doing for us? You're not doing nothing for us.
It's a game to him.
I mean, you got 207,000 people dead. Whether people want to believe it's a hoax or it's a fraud or whatever it is, it's still 207,000 people.
Exactly, because people that have lost their loved ones, they don't think it's a hoax.
Right. I'm talking about it's the flu. It's just a flu. Hey.
Well, and so honestly, that was one of the most powerful moments. Just shifting back to the debate for a sec, I think that was possibly one of the most powerful and possibly vote-turning moments, because God knows there weren't very many of them during the course of that shit show. But when Trump went after Biden's kid, for having used cocaine, and Biden basically ignored Trump, and he looked dead in the camera and said, "You know what? My kid absolutely had a drug abuse problem. We helped him through it. He went into recovery. I'm proud of him for coming out of it, and I support him on the other side." Yep. There are 20 million families in that same situation right now, and that's who he was talking to.
But you know what? Yeah, absolutely. That's why, when Biden said that, what I thought when I said at home? I said, now when your son get caught with that bag of cocaine, it just ain't nothing but he just got a drug problem, and he's careful. But let one of them little black kids get caught with a bag of cocaine or a nickel rock, he's going to prison. Mm-hmm. So that's how I looked at it. And he spearheaded the drug laws and cracked black dudes in the head. But now his son catch it. Oh man, he just had a drug problem in America. He's a white boy. He did that. That's it. But let a little black boy get caught with a dime rock in his pocket. It's just distribution, adding in the bed, and this and that for a rock.
Yeah, and what are prisons now? What's the modern day prison? It's privatized. Right.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's modern day slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Modern day slavery. That's what prison is. So you know what? A lot of people get paid a lot of money to put us in prison.
I was actually stunned when I learned we actually have one of the shows here that basically talks to people that are getting out of prison after an extended time and getting back acclimated to society. I did not know until one of their conversations that there's actually penalties in place where if a prison has empty beds, the state of Michigan has to pay money.
So fill that mug up.
So there is literally a financial incentive to the state to keep those beds full.
Wow.
And the shitty thing is, the money should be going into education, then the prisons will slow up. You know what I'm saying? Especially like Detroit. The schools are gone. So we got money in America. America just spent $2 trillion, no problem. Schools, but the prisons are brand new state of the art. They got Wi-Fi in prison, guarantee that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess let's be clear about that.
America
will spend $2 million on shit like the military.
And guess what? The Democrats been in there for 40 years and they was with all that stuff. So now we just gonna be like, we Democrats just because they love black people. I don't believe it. I'm not saying Trump is good or that is good, but at the same time, we gotta have open minds. We gotta know policies. We gotta know policies. That's what we gotta know. We can't, entertainers are not our guys or not our leaders. We got to know policy, people. Period. And we got to wake up. We got to wake up, and we can't get caught up and slap on with what's going on with this stuff and how these people trying to trick us, man. We don't want.
Would you identify with the Republican Party?
We don't want food stamps. Because when I was little, we got food stamps. So my mom, my grandma, they'd be like, "Oh man, the Republicans gonna cut our check off," but we don't want food stamps no more. We want businesses. We want free enterprises. We want families. We want middle class. We want to live legitimate lives. We want our kids to go to good schools. We don't want to sell dope. We don't want to gang bang. We want to have good lives. We honest, good working people. We don't want welfare.
Well, I mean, it's just like these SBA loans that supposedly supposed to help the businesses. And, I applied for them and still ain't got it. Every time I send something in is unverifiable, and then I got somebody that is not even a U.S. citizen and don't even have employees getting $380,000.
Wow!
I get zero.
Oh no! The guy they busted here in Detroit got $2.5 million on fake payrolls, fake statements, fake company profiles, and got $2.5 million.
All the fraud guys beat us to the money. I ain't getting nothing. I'm a legitimate business, and all my people I know got legitimate business. We ain't getting no money. I got zero.
Right.
I got a zero, and I got a real company I work hard every day with.
Yeah, and it's a struggle. Just like I was on the. I had to tell the lady from the SBC, the SBA today. I'm like, look, I was affected, but I said, you know what? If y'all don't want to give me no money, keep your money. You know what? I'm still surviving. She ain't like that. She didn't like that worth a damn. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was like, you know what? I'm up hustling every day, so I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So you know what? Keep your money. And she was like, sir, well, if you got a good relationship with your bank, you go in and get a bridge loan. I can't go get no bridge loan. They weren't gonna give me no loan even before COVID. So what you think they're gonna do now? Right.
And see, that's the whole thing about it. I got a financial company too, by the way, and what we do is I do personal unsecured loans, but we do financial institutions. So if a person got a 680 credit score and a job, I get them funded in 3 days. I get them like $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So that's a no-doc loan as well. No tax returns and nothing. Loans, they got to have a job to verify their employment with direct deposit. So I'm just putting that out there. We can help anyone that's doing businesses. These loans are for business people. It ain't federal loans and nothing like that. Conventional loans, personal, unsecured.
I have Mr. Banks on. Hey.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, finally got in. I don't know that.
My Scorpio dad.
Yeah, Scorpio. So listen, Daddy, what did you say? How did you feel the debate went the other day? And I guess, do you have confidence in Biden? That was the question.
Oh, that's your question?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's chaotic. the president acted like a baby, a kid. Didn't allow anybody to speak. So he pretty much pulled Biden into the same atmosphere because he never got a chance to speak. So, but Trump is dangerous in my estimation. He's got to go, and that means all the young folks and the old folks and whoever has to get out there and vote him out of there because he's throwing out dog whistles, such as whoever's the P-boys or whatever, saying that, hey, look, stand back but stand by. That's a dog whistle saying that's more than a whistle, it's a megaphone. Saying if I lose or if things don't seem to be right, be prepared to rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Harry, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? It's like being in the hood where you like, dog, hey, stand right here, man. If my man jump, I'm gonna throw you the sign. We gonna jump on him. We fighting. You know what I mean? But I mean, right? And you don't know when it's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen. So you got all people, walking around looking over their shoulder all the time. And I mean, it's not drug dealers anymore. It's honest working, hard working people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go in the grocery store now. I don't even leave my house without my gun.
It's a mess.
I go to the grocery store. Hey, I look. There's so much stuff going on right now. You don't know who got what and what mentality they got.
Right. Yeah, for real.
And it's about to get worse. They laying all these people off. Wait till that moratorium is over in January or February and people ain't paid their mortgage and their rent. You want to see how bad it's gonna get? Let's wait till then.
Daddy, Dave said that we're on like the brink of another civil war. Dave, where you at, Dave?
I'm right.
No, not Daddy, Dave. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was hiding, checking the email.
Yeah.
No, what I said was, I mean, candidly, if things continue the way they're going right now, and you look at the divisiveness in this country and how it's being promoted and fomented and pushed forward, if that continues, yeah, we're quite possibly on the brink of another civil war. Like, imagine what happens if Trump loses this election and, hey, stop standing back and standing by. It's time to come show up and support your boy. Then what?
Then we become prisoners. Yep, we become prisoners in our own country because all the borders will be closed. Nobody will want us, and then we'll be at war.
We're already there. We can't travel anywhere. Like, you can't cross the bridge to Canada. You can't go to Mexico. You can't fly overseas. Nobody. We're already locked off.
Right. And that's purposely. That's purposely.
Well, yeah, by them, because they've seen what a crap job we've done trying to contain this damn virus.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. A lot of countries, they're doing much better. They basically not contained it, but I mean, at least they minimized their losses as opposed to what we're doing. And I'm not sure if you guys talked about the recording that the Woodward tape where that the president knew early on that there was
early February. Yep.
Yeah, that he decided to downplay it so people wouldn't panic. But hell, he had people panicking all the time about different protests taking place throughout the country. So I think it was all about. Remember the first time he said there's a cruise ship out there, we're not going to let them in.
Yep.
I missed so many things. He said, well, we have 15 cases today, but tomorrow it'll be 0, and nobody's really challenged him on that.
Oh, and we're going to shut. We're not allowing anybody to come in from China, and that'll solve the problem. We're not going to allow anybody to come in from Europe, and that'll solve the problem. We're not going to, it'll be gone by Easter. It'll be gone by
Like
summer
magic.
when the warm weather hits. It'll be, yeah.
And don't forget about injecting yourself with
Bleach.
Bleach and so forth. Yeah. Yeah. That man is gone.
And you know what? How many people did that? You know what I mean? Have that ever come out? How many people took that advice from him and injected themselves with bleach or some type of disinfectant and died from it?
The number was either 47 or 67 just in the state of Texas. Because I remember that news story.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, because it's not that far off. 33 more days for the election, and then they said the results may not, full results.
He said it's going to be in a creek. What do you say? People pulling his ballots, anything on Trump, they found it in the garbage can and in creeks. I'm like,
and then rivers, like how they getting it out the river? Who? Somebody swimming in the river getting ballots out the river?
He be high, man. He be high.
If Biden win the election, how would America be if Biden win? How y'all think the new year would be if Biden became the president?
It's gonna be bad. Because you know what?
He's still gotta fix this Trump shit.
Yeah, he's gonna inherit all this bad debt that he created. So this economy is about to be whether Trump wins or Biden wins, come first of the year, it's gonna get bad. And it's probably gonna be worse than 2008. I mean, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, no doubt. Generally, the Republicans were the ones who were the keeper of the purse, but they supposed to those tax breaks to the 1% or 1.5%. That was serious money there. And middle class didn't get much of nothing. Get $1,200. How long does $1,200 last?
Shoot, I paid my rent with that. That was it. It was over.
One time.
Well, what check?
That stimulus check.
Oh yeah, I paid my car off. Give me the title, and I still ain't got my title. I paid my car off in April because of COVID. They still ain't sent me my title. I called in the other day. I said, "What's taking y'all so long?" I said, "Why y'all so lazy?" So COVID is just messed up everything. And people that work lazy workers, they're even more lazy now because now they're overworked, underpaid.
It's true.
Yeah, they overwork.
Yeah, you can't even get Tim Hortons coffee no more on Sunday from this little coffee shop. Where is it up on Telegraph and 10 Mile? They closed on Sunday because they can't even get people to work.
Wow.
Who closes their business like that on a Sunday because they can't find workers?
Because everybody get all that money. Most of the people that got the money, it's like they don't want to work. People got $10,000 more money they ever had in their life.
Oh my goodness.
I know something.
I've seen it. Yeah, I was like, I've seen it.
Well, so there's.
They told me they never had 10,000 at one time. They was like, man, I ain't going nowhere now, man. I'm balling.
There's also possibly a rational business decision behind that. So, what's not open on Sundays? Church. People get out of church, they go get coffee. If people aren't getting out of church and going to get coffee, why bother being open for the random people that are going to drop in?
It's not working.
Wow. Well, we know who we're voting for, I think.
Okay.
One is on the fence.
They're voting for.
One is on the fence, like this.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
You on the fence?
I ain't gonna lie. I tossed and turned over. I'm on the fence. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Did you vote for him initially?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, not initially.
Yeah. What about the platinum? What about the platinum plan?
I like the platinum plan. I want to get a piece of that one. Maybe I can get a piece of that platinum plan.
Everybody
get a piece of that platinum plan. Maybe there might be something in there for us, man.
Yeah, the platinum plan. I'm like, what is man?
What's up with the platinum plan,
man? I feel like men got us in this mess. Men need to get us out. Because if y'all would have voted for Hillary, we wouldn't have to worry about nothing. But y'all so worried about
Corbyn would have still came.
It's gonna be too emotional.
Corbyn is Corbyn.
And then
it wasn't the men, it was the women.
Yeah, it was the women. That's who didn't vote for Hillary.
Y'all think so?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
The women didn't. That's what happened.
The women, actually, women make up 52% of the population. And, and it's always across the board. I remember when Irma Henderson was the city council president, when she ran for mayor, she would have won if the women would have voted for her. But the women's excuse was that job is too hard for a woman to be in the mayor. Women smarter than men anyway. So
hello.
Yeah.
So y'all made the right decision because y'all smarter than us.
Trump in.
by not voting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's he only won by 77,000 votes between
Okay.
Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and one other. It was four. And of the four states, there's a total of 77,000 votes.
Yep.
Well, this time it's going to be by landslide because everybody's going to go out and vote.
You know what?
That's right. Go out and vote.
I did not want Hillary to win, but at the same time, I didn't vote. But at the same time, I'm gonna tell y'all this: Biden supposed to ran after Obama. You the incoming vice president. Don't let her get in front and run. Now you 8 years older.
Dude, his son was dying.
Old. Now you about to do 70 something.
His son was dying.
His son was dying.
Mhm.
You can't hold that on him. His son was dying.
Yeah.
Oh, it should have been something because that kind of confused me right there.
Okay, we have to wrap up. Please, I urge you to go out and vote. If you're listening and you don't have a ride, I will figure out how to get you to the poll. I don't agree with the mail-in ballot. Take your butt in there and fill it out and put it in yourself. Okay.
The mail-out ballot is fraud. It's all fraud. So
There you go.
Everybody bring their fanny packs and they flask. And we can drink a little sip in the line. Because that's what I'm going to be doing.
A party in the line. How's that what's going on?
Closet Conversations.
Make sure you have a mask. If you need a mask, please hit me up for the new masks that are
Right. We're going to have on our Berkeley mask.
Okay. 11:59 tonight.
Yeah.
I need a Berkeley mask. So I
got you. I got the fall collection dropping at 11:59 tonight.
I want to be fresh. I want to be fresh with my mask.
Silly.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you. Dave, you still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
good.
still here.
Gary, you there? Okay.
I'm still here.
All right, y'all committed Democrats. I'm an independent, so I love y'all all. Y'all go for Biden. I might go for him myself. Who knows?
Right.
I'm gonna pray on you.
I'm a swing voter.
Yeah.
I'm in
As
Chicago.
long as
The wind
you
might blow
vote.
me
Right?
left,
We
it might
don't
blow
care
me
who
right.
you vote for, just as long as you vote.
I don't care who you vote for.
Remember, we got to keep taxes down, interest rates low. Okay, that's not going to help the economy raising taxes and raising interest rate if it's going to bottom out. Okay, don't do that. All right, love y'all. Y'all better know what's going on.
I'm getting out.
I hate him.
Love y'all.
All
Peace
right.
and love and hair grease and all that good stuff y'all love. All right.
Yes. So
Thank you,
follow
Don.
us more.
All right. Goodbye, you shining star.
All right, take care, folks. All right.
Okay.
All right.
then.
You can do it.
Peace.
Yep, I gotta run. They're
All
shutting
right.
down.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
guys.
Well, thank
All
you.
right,
Make sure you vote. VOTE, November 3rd. Don't be late.
That's right. Closet Conversation.
All right.
I'm gone.
Good night.
Good night. Love y'all. Thanks, Dave.